Hmm. Hmm.
All right, we're all set.
All right, and give it another minute for the, it's not quite 7:30. Is general, are the applicants assembled though?
Oh, yeah. One more minute. Do that.
All right, 7:30. Let's get the show on the road. So welcome. We are live, right, Amber? Amber? Amber?
Yes,
Are we live?
You can still talk while you're driving.
we are live.
Okay.
For part of it. I think I'm not gonna have service for part.
So we are live streaming now.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we
Well,
have-
welcome everybody to the Village of Mamaroneck Board of Architectural Review meeting of January 21st. I'll ask if everybody, if you're not talking or participating, just to be muted, although I think Amber can control that as well. I will, we'll go through the agenda, and anybody who is in the audience who wishes to participate or have any, has any comments or questions should make themselves known. I'll try to remember to ask for comments with each presentation, but in the event I don't recall, please don't be shy about letting yourself be known. And with that, I think we can start. Let me first introduce the members of the board. We have Yvonne Levine, Andrew Wolowitz, Cindy Lee, Athena Makish, Amber Nowak, who's the village planner, and Barbara Ritter, who is the representative from the planning department, who will make sure everything is handled smoothly. And the first order of business then is the approval of the minutes from the preceding January 5th, 2021 meeting. And I'll ask if anybody on the board has any comments on those minutes.
Appeared correct to me.
Okay, well, there being no comments, I'll then ask for a motion to approve them.
Motion, a motion.
A second.
Okay, any opposed?
No.
Okay, the minutes are approved, and we'll move on then to the business of the meeting. There is no old business before us, so we'll continue. We'll start right in on new applicants. And the first one on the agenda is 326 Melbourne Avenue. I'll also ask applicants, when you are coming on, to, please introduce yourselves and who all is participating, and be prepared to share your screen so we can see your materials.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Gotten this far, okay. All right.
Yep, there you are.
Okay. I just introduce myself first and then start the presentation.
Yes, please.
Not very long. Yeah, my name is David Prush. I'm an architect in Westport, Connecticut. I'm working with Tom and Noel Denomi at 326 Melbourne Avenue to add an addition to their house. And let me just make sure I can get this up okay. Okay, I'm sharing screen. Let's disable participant screen sharing. I can share screen, right?
Amber, is he?
Yes, is it working for you now?
Okay, I got it. Yep, okay. Okay, share. Okay. Okay, this is their house at okay. Yeah, this is good. 326 Melbourne Avenue. It is it's built in 1875. It is a late Italian style. As you can see, the primary characteristic of that style being the decorative bracketed cornice around the perimeter. It's a fairly modest house, but it does have hallmark characteristics of the style. It has a 3-ranked front. It has double hung wood windows with actually a 2 light upper sash and a single light lower sash. And it's the simple hipped roof style of the Italianate style. And it's very much as it has been, I think, since it was built. Neighborhood is fairly modest. Let's see if I can, okay, there we go. Similar houses, similar age. This is also a Victorian style. On the right, as you can see, they have actually, I think many of these houses have had additions put onto the back over time. Quite a bit of space in between, and the house, and on the left side, similar age. It's similar Italianate style, but this is a center gable example. So again, there's some nice variety on the street, actually, in siding, roofs, style, things like that. Now, the area of the work that's being proposed is back here. There was an addition put on in 2005. This is much earlier, I think predates the current owners. That was just added to the back. The original house, you can see, just is as it is. This was part of an addition, again, that was done in 2005. But the main block is, as I said, intact. And what these people would like to do is, it's a 3-bedroom, but there's only 1 full bathroom in the house still. And even that is in an area that wasn't originally a bathroom. And so they would like to upgrade this older home by adding a master bath. And since this is the master bedroom back here, the proposed area of the addition actually is just to fill in this corner and extend the roof, extend this roof and the siding, and essentially complete the rectangle. The existing bathroom that will be renovated will have no exterior changes at all. But as I said, it'll just kind of continue the 2 walls, and the fenestration, by continuing this here, it will be the original main decorative block, not the smaller with the smaller brackets that is down here anyway, and it will just be a square. Now I'm going to try to get the drawings up. Let's see. Okay, stop share and put up. Okay. I can start with a plan. Actually, wait a minute. Sorry. Let me do that again. Share screen. Up drawings. Okay, there we go. My first time making a presentation on Zoom. Anyway, the work is just on the 2nd floor. This is the corner of the house that we were talking about. This exists, part of the original house. And as I said, we are completing that back right corner with a master bathroom. It certainly will upgrade the house and enhance its value without really changing anything else. The next drawing is side elevation. This shows the existing side of the house. This is the addition put on in 2005. Right now, the proposal would be just, as I said, to add on above that. We're actually reusing an existing window in the new, to put in the new window, so they all match. Continue the bracketed cornice around the outside. And next one would be the rear. Again, this is the existing rear elevation, master bedroom that comes further to the back than the than the main block of the house. So we would just be bringing this wall across. That's the wall that has the bathtub and sink on it, so there's no window. And again, just pull that cornice straight across. And beyond that, just going back to the, okay, stop share, going back to the photos. There we go. This is another photo of the front of the house. But the new siding will match the clapboard. The trim is all going to match. As I said, we're reusing an existing window, casing, sill, everything will match the existing house, and it's in the back. The front of the house will remain exactly as it is. So it's historic appearance, it's historic, the fabric of the neighborhood will remain unchanged, the street will remain unchanged. And the one thing we are doing, I think we can see it probably better. Well, you might be able to see it. We're also adding central air conditioning, so that little window air conditioner that's in the window there, that will be gone also. So actually there will be some improvement to the front of the house. So that's pretty much it. And I can certainly put anything back up if anybody would like to, has a question about something.
Well, I have to say, I think you did a great job for your first time using Zoom for a presentation.
I got a tutorial this morning.
Yeah, of course. And another thing is, I love Melbourne. I love that street a lot. Our children went to nursery school with all those kids, so I'm familiar with a lot of those homes. I've been in a lot of those homes. Probably I've been in Tom and Noelle's home at some point, and I think you're doing a great job. It looks pretty. I love that air con will come out of the front, and how nice that they'll have 2 full baths now.
Quite an improvement, I
Yes,
think.
that's the main thing.
I had one kind of small question, but just more out of curiosity than anything particular. You did, on the right side elevation,
Hang on, I can pull that back up.
yeah, I don't think you need to stop screen sharing in between pictures. You just
Yeah,
change. the
let me,
pictures.
yeah, I can, okay, there we go.
Okay, so
Okay.
the right side, there's the siding on the addition piece there,
Mhm.
and the old part of the house. There's
Mhm.
a break,
Yeah.
sort of a white line gap, or what's
Mhm.
happening there?
Well, that's the original corner board
Mm-hmm.
of the house. This was
Oh.
added on, leaving the corner board, which of course turns the corner. And if we leave it, again, there's also a different foundation. And it does make some, rather than take it off, I mean, it could be taken off, but it does make some distinction between the old and the new, especially with the foundation here. I thought about the same thing. And as I said, there is a gutter over here right now
Oh.
also that will be coming down anyway. I think that's why I
Ah.
left it.
Yeah.
We're picking this one up, the one that's right here, because it's all, this one I believe goes, yeah, I think that goes into the ground. We're just, as we add, we're just going to connect up to the one that's here. So we're leaving one here. And I think, I guess in the end, it makes it easier. I don't know if this siding, I'd have to go back and look actually matches up perfectly with the siding on the existing house, totally in alignment. I think
Right.
it's pretty close. I do have a photo of it, not on screen here. I could probably pull up that side view.
So you're talking about the lower level, the existing.
Yes.
You're
yes, I
saying that
am, yeah.
already there is a break that maybe they don't line up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let me pull that up. Screen share. Okay.
Andrew, can't hear you.
I'm sorry about that. I actually like that, the trim piece, because the front of the house is symmetric other than the stairs, in the front door, but the windows are, and that would be the same on the old section of the house. When you turn the corner and look on that side. And I think it would be just a big block of siding if there wasn't something to break it up. So I like it.
I seem to have lost, have I or have I not? I seem to have lost my other photos unless I go back to,
And you don't have to stop screen sharing. You can just
Okay.
change what's on your screen.
yeah. Let's see. No, I was somehow, okay. Hang on. Okay. I'm doing this somehow. Okay. I seem to have lost that photo and as I was doing it, and I don't know how. I'm supposed to have a little arrow over here, which I can't see. Wait, see all photos?
No photos.
No, that's not
Yeah.
working. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. My screen
I mean,
sharing
Bill,
is
do you have a
paused.
strong objection to it?
Well,
Oh, no, I
anyway,
was just curious what
I've
was,
got, yeah, I
happening.
was
and if
trying
it
to
was-
find a photo, but
Right. I mean, I don't,
and then-
if
I
you
didn't
don't
have
really-
any objection at all. I was just
Fine.
curious about it because
Yeah.
before there'd been the cornice line around
Yeah.
the top of that and then that board there and I couldn't see what it was. It didn't seem like it was something that was required. So I was wondering, and the foundation
it's
material
not
changes too.
required.
So I
Yeah.
just wondered what what was going on.
Yeah, let me just show. Okay.
I think what Andrew is
The,
getting at is that
The other thing is the,
Doesn't really matter.
the addition drops down there. When this was built, it's a concrete foundation. This is an old stone foundation. The siding actually drops down to here. So there really is a
little break
it's
here.
not entirely, not a lot of continuity with the new. And that's one reason I just left
Yeah,
it.
makes sense.
are you
Makes
changing
sense.
the bottom siding or just adding siding?
We're just adding to it as far,
And-
yeah, we're just.
And you're
planning to
able to
add
you're
it.
able to match it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's just regular. This was done far enough back that it's real clapboards, and we'll just continue and align. It's a regular 4.5-inch exposure.
Okay. All right.
So David, the roof is it's a very low slope hip roof. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Yeah,
It's what
because
you
I mean
call
the
simple hip
elevations.
roof.
Yeah.
You really don't
Right.
see it when you're on the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I understand. When you're down below.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the section and I said, come on.
Yes,
What is
it's.
it? I thought it was flat
here
roof.
we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
right.
really, I mean, this is my best,
Mhm.
these, I've worked on a couple of these old Italianate houses. I mean, the rafters are very small on these houses, and it's very low pitch. And this cornice out here has a little trough in it, and that's where the gutter comes out. And we're just
Yeah.
matching it up, and I
Everything.
don't have
Yeah.
the framing plan on here, but we're blending in completely,
Yeah.
even beyond this with the existing roof.
It looks good. I mean, what an improvement with the master bedroom and master bath. I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
Looks a little tricky where the other addition meets the house with that pitch into the house, but that's already there. All right.
That's
Yeah.
been there a long time.
Yeah,
We just left
Yeah.
that alone.
Yeah,
that's the odd piece. Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't look like an
Exactly.
ideal situation, but
No.
it's already
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyhow, is any, Amber, are there any audience members who want to comment or question?
I don't see anyone who wishes to speak.
Okay, are there any further comments from the board or questions?
No,
No,
All right, in that case,
No.
did you want to say something on?
I motion.
Okay, motion to vote.
I'll
Okay,
second.
all right, any opposed?
No,
Okay, very good. Looks good, David, thank you, and.
thank you,
Thank
David.
you.
Good
Nice
job.
job.
Thank you, David.
Thank you so much. Okay. And you take me off, right? Or I just, yeah. That's very good.
Okay. So the next applicant is 636 Hillside Avenue, solar panel installation.
Everything's just operating a little slowly, but we've got it. So, and if you could please raise your hand so I know who to promote. Thank you.
Hello, can I be heard?
Yes.
yes,
You are?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Well, thanks.
Good.
My name is Stephanie. I am here representing Empire Solar for Danny Singh at 636 Hillside Avenue.
Mhm.
This is my first meeting, so bear with me while I work to navigate. So, would everybody like to see the pictures and the plans? Is that
I
where
think the
you would
main
like to
thing to
start?
see, if you could, would be the photographs of the house pointing out where the panels are going, and
Okay.
also the roof panel layout plan.
Okay, let me share my screen. All right, can everybody see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'll start with, so this is a 3D generated image of what our proposed installation should look like. Most of the panels, as you can see here, are going to be on the back of the house. And we have a few panels proposed for this back area, which is labeled as garage as their utility company, but it does look like an addition or an extension. But let me get into the pictures. I'll start at the top.
Mhm.
So here's the house from front street view. These are all sized slightly different. I did pictures from all sides of the house, so just so you could see from ground level what the peak of the roof would look like. So you can see that on the main house from the ground, you won't be able to see any of the panels that are proposed for the main structure. The panels that would be visible would be on this back structure here. And I'm just going to quickly switch over to this. So you can see the majority of the panels are proposed for the back of the main roof, 33 panels total. And 7 panels total for the extension garage off the back. Jumping back over to the pictures, we do have some pictures from neighboring residents. This is from the backyard. Right here is where visible panels would be placed for this neighbor, which is to the east southeast of the residence. Here it is straight on. This house over to the west of the house is set a little forward. So while they would probably see the panels from the back, it would be minimal. There would be 3 panels placed on that roofing plane. Let me zoom in on these. Ooh, too far. These are some street photos. Again, the front of the house, and this here is the house to the west. So this is the house that would see the 3 panels that are on the west plane of the garage. This is another street view looking from, sorry, I'm trying to orient myself. If you were standing in front of the house that's southeast of 636 Hillside, that's the view you would see street side. Again, front of the house. This is opposite from the residence. So these are the residents that face the Singh residence. So they wouldn't see anything from these locations because the panels would be in back of the house. Again, another angle. And here you can see that the pitch of the roof is so low that kind of no matter which angle you're standing at, you wouldn't be able to see them other than the ones that are on the attached garage from the back. I think that's all I have for physical pictures.
Could you describe the panels?
Can I describe the panels? Sure. I'm gonna hop over to our full engineering. So the panels that we're planning on using, probably can't read this. Let me zoom in. These are the specs.
I meant more the appearance of them.
Oh, the appearance.
Black with a black background, black with a white.
Oh yeah, no,
background.
they're black on black. I'm wondering if I can, which panel model are we using here? These are Q cells. If you give me a minute, I can pull up a picture from one of our recent installs so that you could see what they look like. Find somebody off. Let's.
Muhammad Ali, wow.
I know. Sometimes does not get much more creative. So sorry you guys are witnessing all of our operations right now. I just want to find somebody that we recently installed the same.
I think it's
pull
probably
your
enough
screen
to
share
say-
off just because this is going to be a recorded meeting.
Oh, sure. Yeah. How do I do? Oh, stop share. Okay. Just give me one moment to pull up an example and I will show you what that looks like.
While she's doing that, I don't know who was on the board when we discussed this house last, but it came before us, and those square windows that you saw were like an hour's worth of conversation.
What square windows?
The one on the photos of on the extension that he went up a floor, it took an hour to get through those square windows.
Where was this? I missed the
On
beginning.
the last house we discussed?
On this current house, it came before the board maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of neighbor disagreement over those windows from rectangle to smaller and to be square. An hour, I'm confident it was an hour we
Really?
spent
Wow.
on those.
Oh, Oh, okay,
It
yeah.
was before, I think
remember
it
it.
was before my time. I
I
don't
guess it
remember
wouldn't have
that.
been before mine, but I don't remember it.
Oh, I remember.
Good memory.
I'm still searching. I think I actually just found a picture that might.
Well, now I really just want to see the windows.
I'm curious to know about this window situation. This is beyond my knowledge. And I want to pull up at least one more example. I think I have. Okay, this actually looks.
Is
like
there anything really unusual about this panel?
I
I
think
mean,
it might
panels
be
are
enough
not,
that they're black on black.
I mean, are pretty standard what they look like, particularly when you can't even see them on the top of a roof. So
Yeah, no, we almost typically use black on black unless we're doing ground mounted solar installations,
I was
which
mostly asking because Barbara always writes down what kind of panel it is on.
got
the-
it. I understand.
I think black on black is probably
Yeah.
I'm
sufficient.
gonna go
Adequate
back
to
in.
go? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back into my share screen mode.
Didn't you have something that looked like a photo of the panel? I think I saw something.
Well, that's what I'm about to show everyone.
Okay,
So
yeah.
this picture is an example of what the panels look like on the roof.
Uh-huh.
This particular house has a different color shingle than the residence that we're proposing to install on. But they are black on black. They are anti-reflective. The trim, I can even zoom in a little bit so that you could see a little bit more closely that even the trim is black. A lot of panels have silver trimming that some would consider to be unaesthetic. Here's another, this is not the
Yeah.
best picture
Nice.
to show an example, but you can see that they fit very seamlessly and it looks very nice once they're installed. These are this same model that we would be, and wattage even, that we would be proposing for this residence. So
They look nice.
Right.
Does anybody on the board have any other questions?
So we actually have a building inspector or plan examiner who wants to make a comment from the building department. I'm trying to get him off
Okay.
mute.
sure.
Dennis.
I'm in now.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Great.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, how is everybody?
Good, thanks.
Good.
So on this property, this is kind of an afterthought here. On what came to the board before, this project needs to go back to zoning, this roof line and structure. There was changes to the original plans. So the house will need to go back to zoning, and the homeowner is already in that process and has been issued violations for the roof line and the change of structure. So by voting on this proposed array, if zoning works out where he can keep the roof line and structure the way it is, there will be no reflect on the outcome of you voting it in. But I would recommend holding on this project until after zoning has been approved for this dwelling.
Can you clarify a little bit on that about the violations on the structure? Was there work done prior to our application that was not permitted, or are there
Correct.
issues? Okay.
It's prior to you putting the application in.
Okay. Is it
It's
this garage on the back?
It's the general dwelling, and there are questions on the dwelling in the back, the garage. I'm not
Okay.
exactly sure what the questions are for the garage.
Okay, well, thank you, Dennis. That was good to know.
I think he faded off. I'm still looking for more info about that.
Okay, well,
I think it was the whole third floor was an addition in the last 2 years or so, if memory serves.
yeah, I don't recall, like I said.
I'm gonna go back to the main pictures that I have to maybe clarify. Is it like the third floor that is in question, or is it the,
I suspect it's that part in the corner there, if I had to
here?
guess. But I don't recall, but that looks like the most recent addition.
Yes, you can see right here, it actually, like, you can tell that the siding is different. So I don't know if that is what the
I
concern
doubt that
was.
the siding's different. I suspect that the roof line is different than had been proposed. That's what he said. Anyhow, the roof line being different, I think the easiest thing to do here, since you can't proceed until that's cleared up anyway, is I'm thinking that we should defer this without prejudice. We've all seen it. I think it looks fine. If nothing happens, it'll be a simple matter. You'll just come back, you'll show it to us. We can.
Okay, is
It should be
there
simple
a,
matter. If it changes, you're going to have to change it and come back anyway.
of course,
So it seems like, as Dennis recommended, the best course of action is, we've seen it, we'd be familiar with it. When you come back, we won't need this level of detail. And
right?
go through it, I think, fairly quickly.
And just to clarify, Dennis is one of the inspectors for Village of Mamaroneck. Like, I
Yeah.
could reach out to him directly to get
Yes.
more detail about his concerns.
Yes, he's the building inspector. What's his official title, Barbara? Assistant Building Director?
Yes.
Okay. Can his contact information be found on your website?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll reach out to him to get a better idea of what the specific concerns are and work with the homeowner to rectify them so that we can move forward.
Okay. I assume the homeowner is aware of this at this point.
I mean, he did mention that they're already in the process of rectifying, so I assume so, but we will also do our due diligence to follow up with them and do what we can to help them so we can move forward.
Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. You too.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I don't know how to unshare my screen.
You go to the shares, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay. No, that's just giving me the option to keep sharing.
No, you're not
So I just unshared you. from-
Okay. Okay. I'll leave the meeting now. Everybody have a good night. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay. So the next application then is 680 Barrymore Lane. Swimming pool.
Mhm.
Hello. Good
Hello.
afternoon. Or good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
My name is Michael Geary. I'm the homeowner of this home. Just sharing a sec. So this is our home. We moved here in, we've been living in Mamaroneck since 2004. We moved here in 2011 to this new home. We did a extensive renovation of the exterior in 2017. We completed that. Basically just everything you see, well, the facade is all new. And what we're looking to do now is to do a pool in the backyard. I'll walk you through where that is proposed to go. So this is the view from the street. And everybody can see my screen, I suppose?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. So this is the view from the street. You can see a little bit, there's a trampoline in the backyard. And that is where the pool will go. I will go to some other pictures. This is a picture from the low roof on the back of the house. So basically the pool will go in the general vicinity of this trampoline. You can see there's an existing pool on the neighboring property.
Well, before you move on, I'm kind of a little bit jumping ahead because it's something that I reckoned I would have questions about. But this picture, we're looking away from your house back towards the neighbor's house, are we?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, and there appears to be a concrete block wall there behind the trampoline.
That's correct, yes.
Okay, and if you go to the right on that picture and come back, does it continue around that way? Is that?
No, you can see
No,
here,
that's not-
it kind of
that's a
dies. So this area where we're proposing to put the pool is actually kind of low. It's very low.
Mhm.
And what we're proposing to do, especially because of the ground conditions, there's rock sometimes that we bump into. And also it's low, it's kind of in a pit. It has like a kind of a dark feel to that area. So what we're looking to do is actually raise the grade there to about the top of that trampoline. And I'll show you, this is another view of the area. You can see it's substantially lower than the rest of the backyard. And we'd be raising the grade there about roughly 3.5 to 4 feet from the existing. I'll show you. So this is the view from the backyard, and we're also planning on just extending this patio to the extent of the gravel area. So currently there's some gravel there that we use as an extension, and that will get, paved with stone to match the existing patio. Here's another, that's the same picture from before from the front of the house. So there would be, so the pool will be back here. So I'll just give you some kind of orient you to the site, okay? And then I could show you the site plan. So this is the site plan, and I'll zoom in on the area in question. And basically we're going to build a new retaining wall. The new retaining wall, because we're not going to impose any loads on that existing wall. So it'll be more or less just short of the height of that existing wall. And then it'll be a new wall here on this edge of the property. We'll be raising the grade here from about 22 feet to roughly 25 feet. So about 3.5 feet grade increase. And then this is the patio extension here. And then that'll have some steps down to the pool. And we're gonna put there'll be a black, very, standard black metal fence around the pool area. And it'll be landscaped all along the border. So in fact, what we're hoping is the project will give a little bit more privacy to the neighbors and their pool. But we're going to keep plantings that are relatively short, meaning, something that stays less than 8 feet, so that we kind of keep the sunlight for us, keep the sunlight for the neighbors, but we both have some privacy, and just make use of this area of the yard that's just low. And right now it's just kind of, other than the trampoline, there's not much we could really do with that area. As you could see here, you could see the grade change. So, we're up at 27 feet, and then the current is something like 23. So we're not going to bring it all the way up to 27. It'll be, somewhat, it'll be closer to say 25 feet. So there'll be a couple steps down to that area from the existing patio. And we'll use that, the fence is all along this dark black border. So that's in a nutshell. That's it. So you get the existing pictures, a site plan. The pool is very straightforward. It's just a rectangular pool with an integral cover at the end. That's it. I don't think there's too much else to it.
And that was my main question, was how that grade change was being handled, because the site plan shows the existing grading, not the new grading.
Yeah, oh yeah, so here this is going to be 25.
5.
And then over here it is around this is 27, so there'll be 2 steps down. And then
Yes.
there'll be a very low retaining wall that actually will be completely buried on the upper side, and then on the lower side there'll just be, maybe a foot or 2 of that exposed. That'll also get plantings, when viewing from the pool.
And the trench drains are French drains, they just go down and
Yes.
dissipate the water.
Yeah, these are just to pick up the water from the pool area, and they go into Coltech, underground reservoirs, basically, to let it slowly infiltrate into the ground.
Oh, yeah, I see it over here now. Yeah, okay.
Dennis, I can't figure out how to mute.
I mean, it's actually, surprisingly, it does, when we have a big rainstorm, it doesn't hold water there now. So, but obviously we're creating all this land, hardscape. So, but it drains pretty well. It's just dark really in that area. And then the equipment is going to be here. We have an existing AC unit, which is just getting raised to the new elevation. The pool equipment would be tucked back here as well. And that's really, I don't know, any questions you have?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Eva.
Okay. Yeah, the section that you have, number 5, shows a little bit low retaining wall. I'm sorry.
Yes.
And so what you're saying is the metal railing is going to go on top of that.
That's correct. Yes. You should really show in
Okay.
that detail, but yes, that's correct.
And then how do you transition if you go to the north? And then you're saying you're going to be building it's going to be also retaining wall, correct? Because you're going to have to hold that
Yes.
in relationship to your neighbor, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Let me get a good
And
picture of that. So basically,
yeah,
the new,
right.
I don't think that's the best shot. Yeah, that's,
That's good.
so the new wall will go, it'll stop just short of the capstone on this existing wall. So it'll be just like an inch or 2 below that. In fact, so this north neighbor, if you will, is not going to actually see the wall at all. And they'll just have some, some plantings here starting at 6, growing to 8, something like that. Feet there. And obviously, I'm happy to hide their wall. The existing wall does belong to them, and it kind of continues on.
Okay.
And there used to be some trees here. Then this wall continues on even my property. That's why it started to fall down. So I took the top course of these off, the cinder blocks off, because it's just really not working out. So
Yeah, but it's going to be all block, that wall, right?
my
There's
new
no
wall,
railing. Metal on top, correct?
it will be because this way,
Okay.
because I need to prevent somebody from my property going to their property, to protect their pool.
Okay. So there will be some continuity in that corner. Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to visualize it. What
Yeah.
it will look like.
So basically they have their existing fence that's only a few feet tall above the wall. And my fence will be starting at the same elevation, but it'll go above that a little bit. And then the idea is that with the plantings there that we're going to put against it, that's why we're going with a black, aluminum thin fence that they kind of just almost disappears, and then really all you see is the
All right.
trees.
Okay. So again, going to the corner, the other corner, the northwest, there's also going to be continuity between the walls, the block wall with the aluminum on top.
Yeah, it will come down here. It'll turn the corner at the property line, and then it'll head south. So the only exposed portion of that wall would be from our western neighbor, is the only person really who sees that.
And would you be able to keep the trees? There are 2 trees there, 2 big trees on the left.
Those
on
are
your
not
property.
on my property.
Okay.
And they're not really in good health. So they're not on my
Okay.
property. They're not in good health. They're kind of older. older Norway spruces that are kind of
Okay.
actually, I'm not sure that they're both still there. I think one of them.
Okay.
So no, I'll leave them unless the neighbor thinks it's a time to, why we're doing all this to take them out. I might work something out with them if they want to. And then I do have a small tree here that I have to take out.
Yeah.
Can
I
I
have
ask? Oh, go ahead.
Just a quick question, because I'm curious for my own education. When you have a project of this magnitude, do you level and then put the pool in, or do you put the pool in and then level?
They're going to they're going to build up the area first.
And then they put the
yes, that's
gunite
correct.
in?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to level it and, this way, because
You
the
need that to
soil
be able to
becomes,
Compact it.
yes, and the soil becomes basically the, what holds up,
Yep.
the formwork and basically.
Could, so I have a question. Could you go back to the cross section of the wall that borders your neighbor's wall?
Yes.
It was there. We saw it.
It just doesn't detail their wall. In this
No, I
location.
understand that, but your wall leans away from there, so there's going to be a gap.
Yes.
So I'm just curious, what's the safety measure there for someone not falling in a crevice?
Oh, it'll only be at the top. It'll be, 2 inches, and then we just fill it with pea gravel. So any water that gets down there drains to the footing.
Okay.
And in fact, realistically, my cap, even though the wall cants back, because it's structural, the cap can come all the way and be flush with their wall.
Okay. Okay. I just saw that as a potential, place for falling in.
Oh yeah, sure. No, it's
People
not.
shouldn't be climbing the fence anyway, but still.
Nothing larger than a mouse will be in that gap. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no other questions.
Any other questions from the board? Amber, any audience participation?
I don't see anyone who wishes to speak.
I would, this is Dennis Drogan, the Assistant Building Inspector. I would like to ask a couple questions.
Sure.
The patio, is it set in concrete, stone dust?
The existing patio is in concrete, and everything that we're doing is proposed to be similar. So it'd be bluestone set in, concrete. Yeah, there's a
In
detail
concrete.
here. Yeah, so this is
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so your new impervious surface, you're calculating the entire area, including the pool, the entire pool and the patio as 845 square feet.
No, I don't think that they're counting the pool itself.
Okay, so they're just counting the patio.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have the calculations of what your limit is to impervious surface on the property and where you stand currently?
Total impervious, the calculation in terms of site coverage, maybe?
Correct.
I don't know about rear coverage. Yeah, we have the required or permitted is 40%.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be at 6.4%, in terms of that area.
And that's going to be with the new construction and existing.
Yes, I suppose. No, it cannot. I guess it's adding 6%.
Okay.
Honestly, this, yeah, I'm not sure.
So I'd like to get a final number on where you are impervious surface on the entire property.
Okay.
So in keeping with that, have you gone for site plan approval yet? Have you gone to the planning board?
No.
Okay. So anything that's requiring stormwater management should go for site plan approval prior to going to DAR.
Okay.
So with that, the board can, if you guys want, the board can vote on this as an approval, but I'm gonna have to send you for site plan approval due to the stormwater management that you are installing for the pool. So your allotted coverage, your soil disturbance would have to get site plan approval.
Okay. I mean, is that another board, or is that what's the process for that?
Yeah, so it's another board. Tomorrow.
I can email you the information for how to.
There we go.
walk through that.
Great.
Okay.
All right. So I don't feel that, nothing is really going to change where, the board, if they would like, they can, if they want to vote or not vote on it, but you will have to get site plan approval for this project.
I think in terms of the order of things, I was under the impression that, this had been already vetted for other required approvals. But I think if not, I would say pretty much the same thing we said on the last time. We're all familiar with it at this point. It's straightforward enough. Go get the planning, and I'm not kind of sure where Barrymore is. Does it need Harbor Coastal Zone Management too, Dennis?
I'll need 2 minutes on that, but we can talk tomorrow. Amber can forward them out the information, and we can talk about Harbor Coastal as well tomorrow. But as of right now, I can say that it needs site plan approval, so it's going to have to go to the planning board.
Okay, so
Can you do a vote on it as it is, and then I only have to come back here if the planning board requires a change that impacts how it looks?
well,
My guess, and I don't know if this will influence your decision there, Bill, is my guess is the change would be, instead of impacting it in concrete, they would have to do it in the concrete dust, because I think that's a different use of impervious, if memory serves correctly, in which case the visual look would stay the same. It would just be a different underlying pin. Don't quote me, but my guess is that if there were a change required, that's probably what it would be.
yeah, you can certainly, as we saw before, make the paving impervious, but we haven't even gotten so far as to look and see what the paving is yet.
True.
And in fact, it's behind the house, but the neighbors can see it, but then we haven't looked at the fence. So I don't know, my inclination is, I mean, again, if you come back, it's not like you have to go through the whole presentation again, we've
Yeah,
seen-
it's just a time limits, because we can't order materials till we have approval, and everything is back ordered. A lot of
Well, the
construction.
planning
materials.
department's going to be the same thing. We meet, it's going to be the time consuming thing. We meet twice a month.
Okay.
So, we're not going to be your holdup. And if we've already seen it, that'll be pretty quick. And I won't tell you, it's a guaranteed approval, but I mean, a lot of this stuff you could probably order in advance. I mean, if you've got planning approval
Mhm.
and it's behind the house, the kind of things that we're going to be concerned about is the fence. That's the stuff that the neighbors will see.
Are there things that I should have for next time? So if I do have to come back here, are there something more you want to see that this board wants to see, so I'm prepared?
I'd like
I
to-
would like, oh, okay, go ahead, Bill.
Well, I think we're probably going to say the same thing, so you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more about that retaining wall with the fence above with the aluminum, because I still, that would help, I think, visualize
You mean to see a rendering of it would,
a little sketch or something. It could be a freehand.
cross section or something, because it's hard
Yeah.
to visualize, because it's it's a
Right.
little bit, it's been filled in, it's got a fence on top of it. The fence apparently goes all the way around it.
Right, right.
But that's all my neighbors.
Wall sticking up. It's a little hard to visualize exactly what you've got there.
Mhm.
So I think that's the most puzzling part to us is what's actually happening there.
So I mean,
Yeah,
this is all the neighbors' construction there. So ours is just simply a wall that goes immediately in front of that at the same top elevation with a metal fence on top of it.
But then it keeps on going and comes around.
Yes.
And it sticks out of the ground, I don't know, some amount.
That's correct.
I don't know, but I don't know what amount that is exactly.
It's roughly 3 feet. It depends because the grade changes, but at most it's about
No,
3.5 feet.
The wall itself sticks out some amount, right?
Yes, yes. On the western face, the wall will be exposed.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
I
is
think,
the wall,
so I think, yeah. So it's a little hard to tell kind of what's going on with this wall sticking up and a fence on top of it, and, you know, the elevation on one side of the wall and the other side of the wall. That is not so clear, and since all the neighbors can see this, and, you know, I think I would also share Yvonne's thought that I'd like to know better what's going on there anyway.
Yeah, also it could be a free, hand free sketch showing.
Yes.
Also, I'm also curious about the other neighbor, not the one in the back, but on the side. They are going to have a very high, tall wall, correct? Because since you're going up with the
I
with
think
the
they're gonna have
grade,
a wall that's buried, as I understand it. But
No, they're gonna have 3
No.
feet of exposed wall. And
It
Yeah.
then
depends on which neighbor you're
Plus-
talking
on top
about.
of that,
So
I'm
3 feet.
talking about if you
Which
look
neighbor?
at your house from the street, the one to the on the left.
Yes. Yeah, so this neighbor here will see an exposed wall that's similar to the height of this exposed wall. It's as if this wall was kind of
And
full,
then
but it will
right.
not, it's not going to be a cinder block wall though. So
It-
it'll
no?
look like what I've been looking at, but not cinder block.
well, what color will it be? The
Um,
wall?
We haven't decided, and I think it's going to be very likely to be this Westchester blend, but ultimately there's a couple options within that color palette. This is a bad,
Nicer than what you have there now, for sure.
yeah, that's for sure. I don't really, let me, where is that? Okay, here we go. And with slight changes on the finishes, I'll probably, because the neighbor sees it more than me, this is kind of what it would look
Oh.
like. And actually, with a very similar fence to this, albeit sitting on top of the wall. And we'll
Well,
probably,
that looks pretty
yeah,
with the plants and everything.
Well, so my concern, and this is something I would want to address if you came back, is the safety mechanism from the wall to the pool. Because otherwise kids will be kids, right? What's preventing them from jumping? I'm not 100% sure what the height of the wall is over the pool. I haven't been able to follow the exact dimensions of what's what where, but just having an understanding of the safety mechanism from the wall to the pool.
yeah. So
look, you're gonna have to
Okay.
come back anyway,
Okay.
Michael. Why don't you just get a cross-section through each of the
Yep.
walls?
we'll do that.
Yeah, that would be
So you
great.
can see what the
Okay.
ground height is on one side, what
Mhm.
it is on the other side, how high the fence is.
Sure,
That's great.
In 3
We can do that.
places.
no problem.
That would be helpful. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'll wait to hear back. I don't know. Is there any steps that I have to do to go to the next to go to the planning board?
I imagine.
Yes,
you'd
you'll
have
need to submit a planning board application. So if you want to just follow up with me tomorrow, we can connect.
I will do that.
I can walk you through that process.
I think that's it then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael.
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
So it does seem that people are slipping into this board before they finished up with the other boards
Yes.
today.
Yeah,
What's happening?
we've got some process, kinks that we need to work out, and it's something that you're seeing the results of several weeks ago, in progress.
We could talk about that after.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
finish here,
I'm
and then
happy to
maybe-
clarify.
Maybe we'll have a discussion about that later.
yes.
Okay. So the final applicant is 922 Old Boston Post Road.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
How you doing, everyone?
you good?
All right, here we are.
Hello.
Hello. All right. Thank you for your time. My name is Peter Altamari. I'm with Michael Lewis Architects. I'm presenting on behalf of my clients, David and Thomas and Alexandria, for 922 Old Boston Post Road. So I will share my screen. All right.
Gotta say, I love that your necktie matches the thing on the wall.
That's not planned, but I haven't worn a tie in so long. It was nice to just look nice. You know?
You look sharp, Ty.
All right, thank you. All right. So my clients have a house on Old Boston Post Road. I'm gonna just quickly go to the basic floor plan. It's a let me go to site plan. That's even better. All right. Old Boston Post Road is here, and their driveway. They have a 2-story house here and a 1-story garage here. This is a big paved area between the two structures with a pool and a deck that wraps around the back. We're going to fill the space with a 2-story addition to the house that will create a new living room on the ground floor and a new master suite on the top floor, or on the second floor. So just to show you, this is shows the existing conditions of the house, an aerial view, so you can see the dead space in between the house and the garage and the pool. And these are the houses around the corner. This is from the view from the front of the driveway of the garage and the house, with the space in between. That's all paved, actually. The houses over here next door to them are all pushed way back off the street. Ours is pushed back further. It's up a slight hill. All these houses on this side of the road are all kind of right on the street, though. The existing conditions, but this is, this is the proposed plan where we're going to add a living room. We basically add a living room space here between the two structures with a new fireplace in between and a bar. Then we will go upstairs, and there'll be a whole new, let me back up, a new front entry to the house, using the same front door basically, but a new entry space at least. We will have a space between here where we access into the living room now, and we'll step down a couple stairs so that we're at the same level as the deck in the back of the house, which is not the case as it currently is. So you'll be able to walk out right from the living room out onto the deck. On the upper floor, we're creating a master suite. So this is the old house right here, and we're gonna have an additional walk-in closet, a master bathroom, a new master bedroom with a home office, which we all could use right now, right?
Yeah.
This is a modern addition to the house, and you can see in these elevations here, this is a modern addition to the house. We are playing games with we're going to keep the existing structure as it is. We're not going to repaint it. We're not changing windows. It is an existing nice light gray color. We're proposing a couple different materials for the exterior of the house, and these two elevation sheets kind of help show that. We're proposing Ipe rain screen siding, as well as Hardy panel cement board, board and batten. There's some different geometry here that triggers the use of whether we use Ipe or we use the cement board, board and batten, as you can see in the elevations. Let's see. Some of the all the trim on the addition will be this dark charcoal color on the numerous different things, whether it's gutters or the coping on the parapet. The one thing on the windows, we're proposing Andersen 400 windows. The windows that are set in the actual Hardy panel board and batten will be white Andersen 400 series windows. The other ones that are set into the Ipe are going to be a black framed Andersen window. Again, it makes more sense with the contrast. If we did a black window in this, it would be a little too much. and we're trying to tie it in the modern addition still with the existing conditions. I did submit a whole packet of specifications. You could see the rain screen Ipe paneling in the package. The decking, there's a small little deck in the back of the house, little patio, like a breakfast, like go grab a cup of coffee, sit down out here and, you know, just relax for a minute on the patio. There's a, it's gonna have an Ipe ceiling and an Ipe decking as well. This front entry of the house will also have an Ipe ceiling to it. Let's see. As I just go through the specifications here. This is the board and batten, the cement board, hardy board material. We're gonna use a smooth material, not this fake stuff. The Anderson window 400 series. The new front door, which we're gonna paint a Benjamin Moore red color. I think deep rose, I think is the color we're using. Let's see. We're gonna match. We do make a connection between the garage and the new addition house for water shedding, and we're gonna match the existing shingles, which is what this is. This coping, the downspouts. We have a railing on the back little terrace. We're gonna do Ipe cap with black cabling, black hardware, and black posts. As you can see through the specs. The front patio, the front entry to the house will have bluestone pavers. And the bluestone coping, we have a minor little wall in the front, which I'll show you. Oh, if I could show you here. Right here, that's gonna be a little bluestone coping that will sit on top of Belgian block or whatever we need to for curbing for the face between the driveway and the retaining wall. The rest of the retaining wall will be buried into soil. There is a grade change here, which we will use with planting and stuff, and we have an idea of a planting there. So I'm not sure what else to present you. This, to be honest, is my first time going through this process. So
Can you show the pictures of the house again
sure.
as it exists today, the photos?
Yeah, I show one of the front here. Oops, sorry. This is coming up from the driveway. So I'm basically standing right here looking this way. So this is the existing house. I'm actually.
Can you make it bigger?
Sure. Where's my zoom? There it is.
This house, by the way, Athena, is well set back from the street.
It is. It's set back, and it's tough. There's a gate. Actually, the driveway does have a gate to it, and it is uphill. Actually, there's quite a bit of vegetation screening between the street and the house.
And
So-
you had a great, huge sign up. I was very impressed.
There we go. Yes. Thank you. And it was nice to. It's nice to finally put a face with Amber and Barbara. I've talked to both of them over the last month or two to get the process going. So, yeah.
So I'll start a couple of discussion points on this. So for me, and this is partly because I need help visualizing. I'm having trouble visualizing how this goes into the modern addition. That said, before you come around the corner to this house is a house that looks similar to what you're proposing with that modern sort of wood horizontal board. So I don't know that it's hugely out of place, which is one of the things that I think we look for. I think it sort of falls into place with a house near it. But for me, this is such a traditional looking house, even as far as the windows, that I'm not seeing how it pairs with the modern addition successfully.
I mean, there's plenty of houses where you put a modern addition up against something that's traditional. I think the using of the Ipe and as well as the board and batten I think makes the difference. I think it really does. As well as the form of the addition being a box more than what's currently here. We're gonna remove, this all comes off, this roof here, this all comes off and we tie into it with the flat roof here. So we do start making the connection to the house, but there is a definite between modern and traditional. The fact that the garage is here too also helps bookcases where we actually have bookends of the modern addition here. So we're using different shades of gray with that teak with the Ipe. I personally don't see an issue with the modern to the traditional of the house. I just don't. So
Fair.
Can you pull that back up again quickly so we can get a quick visual with the two to compare and contrast?
The addition,
the
elevations?
rendering of the new.
Sure.
I always like the way that looks when paired traditional with the new contemporary.
Right.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, you see it a lot. You see it with schools, you see it with museums, it happens frequently, maybe not always with homes, but.
So my personal training over the last 15 years, I was this architect in the city doing modern interiors and modern architecture on penthouses in the city, as well as out in the Hamptons and Shelter Island. So this is something we've done in regards to the Hamptons, Shelter Island. This is something we've done multiple times.
I would make a comment on a positive note. It's, you have two buildings here when the geometry is somewhat tricky with them angled out and everything. And I was impressed with how deftly you've handled resolving that geometry so that it all looks like a single structure and not just something glommed onto it.
Thank you.
It's nicely articulated. I think it doesn't bother me that it's modern because it's articulated as a separate kind of a piece that all ties together with the geometry. I honestly think it was very deftly handled, and I quite like it.
Thank you.
I like it also. I like the finishes that you've chosen, and it is very far set back. I mean, will we even be able to see this beautiful home once it's created?
We'll get another big sign at the front, to come see this. We took our time. I gotta give our clients a lot of credit. They've worked with us. It is a very challenging geometric site between the two structures. And they've worked with us and taken the time to do it right with us. And I'm happy to be working with them actually. We worked with the scale. Some of the things we were concerned about was with scale. So we did set things back on the back side of the house. We did start playing some games. There's a little trellis piece here to set. So you're right at the pool, but there's not a 2-story house right there. There is setbacks. We have the inset of the front of this little terrace with the offset of the office space. So we are playing these games, and the material changes also help some of that.
So I have a question and a comment.
Okay.
So my first question is about understanding the entry to this house.
Yeah, sure.
Because it seems to me like you're now entering into a room.
So
I find that very sort of strange use of you're entering into that family room, right?
No, so the entry, you're still using the same door actually. What I've done is I've created a covered space. They currently have a covered patio, covered porch with overhang. So this is a covered outdoor, it's an outdoor exterior space. They walk into the mudroom still. So you still walk into this mudroom and then into this, what will be the family den, I assume. So you still walk in the house the same way. The existing condition is here. they have this little service entrance to get to the kitchen. Every time I've gone to the house, I've always walked through the mudroom here.
Mhm.
It's unnecessary. It's a double space. It's unnecessary. So we're walking through this way. So we're still entering the house the same way. We're creating a nicer entry though, with this finished space, with the bluestone patio here, with the plantings here, and then the teak. All this will be. I'm sorry, I keep saying teak. I apologize. I'm looking at a con picture here of the Ipe, and then you know, the nice red door, and it should be a nice, much nicer space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I find their old way pretty awkward too, but I'm surprised with such a big addition that the sort of the entry isn't more towards like the center of the house. But you know, then because right now it's like a railroad, you have to walk through one room to get to the next room. But
Yeah.
but that's their choice. That's your choice and their choice. My comment is that I find the back more interesting than the front.
The front. Okay. Sorry, I'll let you continue. Sorry.
What's that?
I'll let you continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No, I mean, I definitely like the whole contemporary approach to it. I'm surprised, like, it just seems to me that the mass of the second story on the front is not as interesting as the back of the house. I understand there's like a covered area there, which adds more interest.
There is, and there's a, you know, we do have this covered area with the setback, and there is a setback. It's probably better to see in plan. This does come out, and there is a definite geometric shape here. Mainly, this is the north side of the house. Everything else here is south, and the clients want to direct their attention this way. So to put large windows out here, we did put windows in the bathroom to get more light in there. But the direction is this way. So in that case, we did. Down here on the first floor, we again, it's a issue with grade, where we're actually stepping down. I think 18 inches from here to here. So, you know, this is actually there'll be clear story windows here. So that's what we're dealing with.
Can you show the back of the house again?
Sure. There we go. Back. Yeah.
You know what I really like here is the way the vertical is cut by the horizontal around the door. In other words, it's not such a big mass of the gray hardy plank, vertical hardy plank.
Right.
That's where I find the interest more than the front. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. I wish there was, if there was something else to put out there, if there was another programmed space, I'd love to, but I don't have something.
Okay.
Peter, I have a very small comment also.
Sure.
I do like the articulation and between the old and the new. There's just one little comment, how you connect the garage to the house. Did you need to do that hip thing, or you know what I'm saying? Instead of,
Otherwise, the water runs right down to here. This was a simpler solution than to having, I mean, I could probably keep this a little more shallow and stuff like that, but otherwise water's draining into here. I do have the connection. Sorry,
no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's an awkward connection.
Yeah.
So that's why we did that. The house on this side on the upper, sorry, I keep. This is the existing
that's
roof. It
cleaner.
hangs into this as well. So
Right.
there's a precedent set for it. So.
Okay.
All right.
And I do like the entrance. I kind of like that discovery going. I like the orange door as well. I think you really add to the existing structure.
Great, thank you.
Are the windows on the existing structure white?
They are. The existing windows are white.
Got it. Okay. I've got no more questions. Are we into neighbors?
think we've,
Are there, so there's no more comments from the board then? And
No.
anybody in the audience, Amber?
I don't see anyone from the audience who wishes to speak.
Okay.
Hi, this is Assistant Building Inspector Dennis Strogan again. I have
Uh-oh.
some questions. Yeah, I'm sorry.
We were expecting you.
Yeah, there's really no way to really enter without just saying the name. So anyway, what's the proposed area increase for the
oh, I
home?
have it on the drawing set. I have a whole spreadsheet.
In the bottom corner?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Let's see, here we go. The increase, we have all the coverages. So,
Could you go one more
yeah, I could do that.
Or two more?
Yeah.
Sure. It looks like it goes from 6,000 feet to 2,000 feet.
The
14.
allowed, yeah, the coverage is 6,000, we're allowed 2,000, we're increasing the building coverage about 500 square feet in regards to the coverage.
Okay, so you're disturbing over 1,000 square feet of soil, correct?
No, we're disturbing less than that. We're disturbing, I think 900 square feet. I have a number somewhere, 900 square feet, I think.
Okay, well, so, machine's gonna be driven over the property, right? So you better get that there unless you're gonna hand dig. And you did stormwater, right? I think it's on.
We did, yeah,
A2.
let me zoom out to the site plan. Oh. I'll zoom into the proposed.
Because this addition is really going where there's already impervious surface, right?
There is, in fact, we're actually losing impervious surface because currently this is all paved. This is all like a concrete paver. And so we're creating the plant bed here. So we're actually decreasing the coverage. That being said, all the new water that we catch on the roofs, we did put into a Coltech system here. Yeah.
So digging up the soil to add the Coltex, you're going to be over 1,000 square feet. So you're going to have to get a SWIP for this. It will also need to go to engineering. But, with stormwater management, once again, as I mentioned in the last, it would need site plan approval as well. It would need to go to the planning board. With the existing brick patio, right, that you're removing,
yeah.
It becomes disturbed as well. So that whole area would now become disturbed, and therefore, that whole general area would be part of your soil disturbance.
Right. So all this red area is what is disturbed. It's 900 square feet, 919 square feet. Yeah. Okay. So I'm digging this up, even if this is 80 square feet, which I assume it will be. We're at 1,000, but I've taken that into account here at minimum. You're right. I am digging this up technically.
Yeah. And then where you're putting the Coltex, you're also digging that up as well. So now
Right.
you're
So
you're probably over or about 2,000 square feet roughly. But you can give those numbers later on. But yeah, so this would have to get site plan approval as well. And then moving forward, you would have to get a full SWIP for the project as well. So when you're submitting it for the building permit or when you submit it to the planning board, you should indicate your work site area. And then you'll be able to get a square footage of what your soil disturbance is for your SWIP. So yeah, I'm going to do the same thing I did with the last two, is leave it to you to vote on it if you choose, but it would have to go for site plan approval.
Well, and I guess it's the same answer, that we're familiar with it, and, you know, it should be a quick process. I think conditionally everyone seems okay with it, but need to see, I mean, we should do this in the right order.
Okay.
So Peter, I guess Dennis is saying you need to get site plan approval and a storm water plan.
Again, so if I'm disturbing the site, I am literally disturbing without the Cultex is 920 square feet. So with the Cultex, I might be at 1,000. I may literally just be at 1,000. So I have to get I have to go to planning board for that, and I still have to get a SWIP report for that as well.
Yes, anything over 1,000 square feet, you would have to get a SWIP.
Got it.
There are different degrees of a SWIP. So, you know, they would call it a mini SWIP for stormwater management, but
Right.
a SWIP nonetheless.
Okay. So all right. So again, I guess you guys will, right? I guess I could reach out with it, talk to Amber tomorrow, kind of direct me in the right direction in regards to planning board, and then the SWIP, whatever you guys want to call it, the mini, or you guys can make the recommendation so I can get that going, because there really isn't much there for it. And okay. Got it.
Okay. Well,
All right. So is
and
that
we meet twice a month, so should be pretty quick process when you get back.
I'm so sorry, I just froze. We'll follow up, Peter, tomorrow.
All right. All right, guys, thank you. I guess I'll see you in a meeting or two.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, I have Michael Lewis, who has his hand raised.
That's my boss. Please,
Okay.
please allow him to speak.
Thank you. Okay, I think you need to unmute, Michael.
Yes, hi. Thanks for letting me in. I'm a little confused on one thing. My understanding about disturbed areas usually doesn't include areas that are already built in most jurisdictions and most definitions. Is that the case here? Are we counting areas that are already built as newly disturbed areas in this analysis of 1,000? See, Peter's saying this is all 900 square feet, but a lot of almost all of it is in areas that's already developed, either with driveway and some of it with the structure. So that would mean every time you're doing an interior renovation, you're disturbing, that would be disturbed area. That doesn't make sense to me. So I just want to make sure that we're not creating a problem that doesn't exist in terms of the 1,000 square foot requirement.
I need to defer to Dennis because he's the one who raised the issue.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So I'm back. So that patio is set in concrete, and it will need to be removed either by hand or by machine, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So by removing that, there's soil. Now, I didn't get into the plan in depth, but there is going to be a crawl space underneath the dwelling there.
That's right. There's a crawl space under portions of it.
So there will be digging to put the footings in and so forth, right?
Right. So Peter, can you tell me in these areas where the shading is going into the existing structure?
Right.
Is that part of the 900 square feet?
This is so this hatch here is 919 square feet. The actual foundation for the new structure is approximately this right here. Obviously, it does not go into the existing structure.
Right.
So the new structure, the square footage per floor is approximately 500 square feet. So a single floor of the house is 500 square feet in approximate number.
So, you know, I understand the concern, and I think it certainly makes sense to adhere to the law. And if in fact the disturbed area is over 1,000 square feet, well, then we would need to toe the line. But I think before we automatically say, oh, boom, you know, SWIP planning board, we should take a look and look at what the real definition here is of additional disturbed area and whether we're hitting that threshold or not. In looking at this, it looks like there's, you know, maybe a couple of hundred square feet that might be misconstrued in the conversation right now. And so we certainly don't want to have to go through all that extra processing if we haven't really hit the threshold. That's all.
That makes sense. Amber and Dennis, there's a way I assume that they can do these calculations and get them to you, and you can make a determination if it's necessary for them to go through these additional processes.
Yes, that sounds great to me. We'll look into that.
Oh, terrific. We'll be really happy to do that. And if in fact we do hit the threshold, then of course we would very willingly toe the line on all the requirements. So would it be possible to get an approval contingent upon the fact that we might not have to go to the planning board? And then if we do, you could revisit it after our trip to the planning board?
Well, let's see. I mean, I guess my general feeling is that it should be done in the right order. But here, there's on the other ones, there was a question. I mean, there was no question, but that they had to go do other steps. Here, it seems like the calculations could determine that, you know, the other steps are not needed until people have done some actual analysis and work. It's just sort of a guess. It's close. I'll ask. What do you other guys think on the board?
I think that in terms of the way what we're looking for, the house looks very nice. I mean, the issue of making the calculation and then generating all this other issue concerning the presentation to the planning board, I think it doesn't affect the way, you know, the house looks like. That's my personal opinion.
I agree with you, Yvonne, and
yeah.
Yes, I suggest that we pass it contingent upon that there's no changes have to be done with the planning board or, you know, forced on the project because of those issues where they have to make some changes to what it looks like.
Great.
Right.
Great.
I agree with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I think that sounds like, so I'll go along with everybody. So I think that we can do that. It's a contingent on there being no changes required by the planning board or any other bodies having jurisdiction. Okay, so on that, could I have a motion to vote on it with the contingencies that Andrew proposed?
We're in a screen sharing option right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. Thank you.
Go ahead, Cindy. I second.
Yes, and I vote aye.
Okay.
Barbara, I'm abstaining on this one.
Okay, Athena's sustaining, and I'll vote in favor. So, and I didn't hear what Cindy did.
Oh, I motioned to, and I vote in favor. Yes.
Motion to vote, but you have to
Yes,
vote.
I vote. I vote yes. I'm in favor.
Okay, so one abstention and 4 yays. So therefore it carries contingent on, everything goes, you don't have to make any changes on planning or zoning.
Okay.
Planning or zoning or water management or anything else.
That's great. We really appreciate your flexibility on that, and we'll be looking into those calculations right away.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, it would behave you to get them to Amber and Dennis and all this as soon as you can then. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Right.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Have a good night.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Right.
nice meeting you. Thank you.
You too.
Good night. Thanks.
And the rest of us hang on just for a minute, chat. And Amber, can we talk with, or does it continue to be public and recorded, or can we talk among ourselves, or how does that work?
I believe we would need to close the hearing and then we can have like an administrative discussion.
Okay, so let's close the hearing and have it a quick administrative discussion. So motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Okay, any opposed? Okay,
No.
okay, so let's then stick around for a brief administrative discussion.
All right, hold one.